it's Jeannie from A1 Vacuum and Sewing, and I'm getting ready to stitch out OESD's Freestanding Quilt Block Pumpkins. I've already done this one. Of course, I left it at the store, so I can't show it to you. It is, excuse me, super duper cute. And I learned a lot from doing this one, so now I'm going to do these two. Hit save. That's important. Go slow. Run it twice and high contact sheet. Okay, those are just some notes to myself, but this is a good one. Hit save because we're gonna save it. Things that you're gonna need. There is a whole list of supplies here. And you know what I'm not crazy about is it seems like the list gets longer and longer, and I don't feel like you need all of that stuff. Number one, you definitely need this. Your wash away stabilizer. I like the 12-inch because I'm going to be doing this on my multi-needle in my 8x14-inch hoop. So the 12-inch runs best in that with, I think, the least amount of waste. And Badge Master. Back in the day, I used to do my freestanding lace with 2 layers of this stuff. And I don't care if it's dissolve away, wash away. For me, whatever brand, it doesn't really make a big difference to me. But I used to do 2 layers of this. What happens when your embroidery stitches out is sometimes as you stitch out, the embroidery kind of constricts and pulls in. So when you went to sew the little buttonettes, they wouldn't connect. There would be like space because the embroidery would have pulled in and then it sewed the buttonettes. Now what they recommend, 1 layer of the wash away and 1 layer of Badge Master. And Badge Master is so rock solid. Badge Master is, I'm going to show you a piece. This is leftover, and I have leftover because I'm like, can I use it? I'm like, you know, I used to take my wash away and I would layer it and then stitch on top of it. So this is like a plasticky, it's just, you know, solid piece. It doesn't stretch. It doesn't move. So when you stitch out, everything's going to be awesome and rock solid and in place. But when you don't go to rip out your pieces, they will come away easily. So this is just like the most amazing product anywhere. And you're going to use 1 layer of this and 1 layer of this. If you are a long time freestanding lace person, like I said, you're probably used to using 2 layers of that. No, 1 layer, 1 layer. Your pieces will never be so beautiful. Okay. We do have a fabric kit. This is the fabric kit, and I will put it up and make it available. 2 grunges, a Hoffman thatched. Oh, actually 3 grunges. Vanilla, and then I forget the name of these 2, and then a Hoffman thatched, but they look awesome. These are my thread colors. So I did switch it up a little bit. I'm using Soldier Green, which is a glide color. And I feel like the linen matches the best. However, I've been using pearl just because it stands out a little bit more. So it's up to you. I'm going to put both options in there. You can decide which one you want to use. And then I can't remember what these 2 colors are, but these are the 2, I think these are the recommended. Yeah, these are recommended. This one is called Toast. This is OESD. And this one is called Army Drab. So these are the colors that I am using for mine. Okay? Or this. Whichever one you feel like using. Not a lot of thread colors for this. All right. Body. You want to give your project body. So you have 2 options. You can use the fiber form, which is the OESD recommended product, 10 inches by 2 yards. You could use shapeform. Shapeform's a little bit thicker. So what I like about this is the size, though, 14 by 28 inches. So you could do 12 inches for your scan and cut. Or you could use Peltex. And I did a comparison last night of the 3 products because I was like, I think they're all Peltex. They are not. The Peltex and the Shapeform are thicker than the Kimberbell the OESD product. The OESD product is a little bit thinner. Here, I'm going to show you. I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use the Shapeform, the fiber form today. I'm using the OESD product today, which I haven't used before. I'm going to see how it works. It's stiff. I feel like the Peltex is softest. The Shapeform and the Peltex are the same thickness. The Fiberform is the thinnest, but it feels like the Kimberbell Shapeform. So if you have this, I mean, this is what I used in my last pumpkin. Came out great. But I'm going to use this today. I did find that my rotary cutter didn't cut all the way through the Shapeform and the fabric. So I'm going to see today if my Shapeform will cut through, if my rotary blade will cut through the Fiberform with the Heat and Bond light and my fabric on there. Okay. So that's why I have this. So you could use this if you want. Just know you might need to run your rotary cutter twice. And we'll see how this one works. So I'm going to use Heat and Bond light because the design is set up to, when you lay down your pieces, it wants you to lay down the Fiberform and the cream or whatever fabric. Orange, it wants you, for the big pieces, it wants you to lay the Fiberform and the fabric down at the same time. So you need to have this fused to this and have it pre-cut. So I'm going to do that. The little pieces are just your applique pieces. What I'm finding out with those is, don't worry. I mean, we can cut these on the Scan and Cut, which I'm going to do. The only thing you have to put your Shape Flex, which is the fusible woven on, are the light pieces. These are dark enough so nothing shadows through, so don't worry about that. But if you have an applique piece that is in the vanilla, in the grunge, or the cream, whatever you're using, you definitely want to put Shape Flex on the back of it. So we're going to do it together. I am not going to be doing the orange pumpkin because I already did that one. I'm only going to be doing the cream pumpkin and this like army green pumpkin. So I'm going to be doing this one and this one. And we're going to do Scan and Cut too. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Oh, rest of the products. You are going to need this to pop out your holes. I love the Perfect Punch tool. I love it because number one, on the very lid. Oh, where's mine? Let me show you mine. Here's mine opened. So I love this because it makes perfect holes. You just take it and push down. It'll make a perfect hole. I'm not going to do it in this mat because I find it digs into the mat, my cutting mat, and it leaves little almost cuts in it. And I love that you store your other bits here in the top, so you never have to look for them. The other one had a separate case, and I always lose stuff. So when you're not using this, you can put it on the top. There's 3 different sizes, okay? I would highly recommend this. You need this to make those holes for when you're putting it all together. I would definitely recommend that you get a set of these. It comes in a 2-pack. I probably already lost mine. I have one that I left at the store and one here. They're $5.99, so they're a great price. This is where I punch my holes because I don't worry if I have these little mats and they get all cut up. You know what I mean? So I would definitely get a set of these 2 together. You are going to want your alligator clamps. What is so great about these that are going to be different than a just a pair of I don't know what you call them, but the other ones that have this is that it has a bend just about 1/2 inch down. So you're going to put that through the hole up to this point, grab your buttonette and pull it through. The other ones are bigger. And I'll show you what I mean. I know the word now, hemostats. So do you see these 2? These are my Tula Pinks. I love them because they're gorgeous, right? They're absolutely beautiful. And then I don't know where I got these, but these are probably just like real hemostats. So the difference is going to be where the hinge is. And you're going to see that this one, it's much smaller. So you can fit it through the buttonette. This one, you'd have to push all the way up to here and then open it up to grab your buttonette and pull it through. So these are really made for putting everything together. You want a pair of OESD alligator clamps. That's what these are called. And the new ones have this comfort grip because it is tough on the hands putting those together. I can't say otherwise. So the alligator clamps from OESD, that is what you want. And you want the Perfect Punch with your little pack of 2 mini mats. Okay, anything else? It does call for the, and I have them, and I brought home another pack, and I can't find them, so I'm not showing them to you, but you could also get the button clips, which holds everything together as you put it together. I didn't find I needed it for this project, but I do use those. So tape, I didn't really use the tape. Scoring tool, I didn't really use that. But I did use the perfect, these things you gotta have. You gotta have this, you gotta have this, and you gotta have this. Those are imperative for this. You gotta have a wash away, your badge master, and then the fiber form fabric, and then your thread. And I'm going to be using, I don't know yet. I think I'm going to be using my 24-inch mat with the fiber form on it. And I think I use low tack, but maybe I'll use my standard this time. Let's go to the machine. We are going to start by cutting out our pieces or figuring out how big a piece we need. And we're going to do that on the machine because I'm going to send my cut files over to my Scan and Cut. Turn on your Scan and Cut. Turn on your machine right now.